Hey there, and welcome. If you work with volunteers, you know this story all too well. You get this amazing, energetic person, they do incredible work, and then, poof, they just kind of drift away. Well, today, we're building the playbook to stop that from happening. We're going to talk about a super practical, sustainable way to keep your best people fired up and coming back. Let's dive in. This quote right here, it just hits the nail on the head. It's not about the work, it's not about the cause. Volunteers disappear in that dead air, that silence between when they leave one shift and come back for the next. That's the danger zone. Our entire job is to build a communication bridge across that gap, keeping them plugged into the mission. So, here's our game plan. First, we're going to look at what I call the volunteer vanishing act. Then we'll build the fix, the communication calendar. After that, we'll figure out the best way to deliver our messages, how to automate the whole thing so you can actually stick with it, and we'll wrap up with the one simple thing you can do today to get started. Okay, let's just get this out in the open. Not talking to your volunteers isn't a small thing. It is, hands down, the number one reason they check out. When they don't hear from you, they start thinking, I guess that thing I did didn't really matter. And then they're gone. We're here to make sure that never happens again. Before we get into the nuts and bolts, we need to get our heads right. Everything we do is going to be built on these three big ideas. First, consistency is so much more important than volume. It's better to send one simple, reliable text than a beautiful newsletter that you only manage to send out, twice a year. Second, different tools for different jobs. And third, we've got a template and automate. That's how this becomes easy. All right, now for the main event. This right here, the communication calendar, this is the tool that's going to totally change the game for your volunteer program. It's your blueprint. It takes all the guesswork and anxiety out of communication and turns it into a system that just works. Just take a look at this. This is basically your master plan all in one place. It lays out exactly what to send, when to send it, and how to send it. We've got every single touch point planned out, from a week before their shift all the way to their annual review. This isn't just a schedule, you guys. This is how you build real, lasting relationships with your people. So let's break down a couple of the most important messages, starting with that pre-shift reminder. A reminder does way more than just tell them where to be and when. It sends a powerful signal. It says, hey, we're ready for you. We're excited you're coming. We value your time. It builds that little bit of excitement and makes them feel like they're a key part of a team that has its act together. And now for the other bookend, the post-shift thank you. The magic here is all in the specifics. Thanks for your help today. It's fine, it's nice, but what if you said, because you sorted through 50 bags of donations today, 10 families are going to have warm clothes this week. Whoa, see the difference? You're connecting their specific physical task to the real-world impact of your mission. That closes the loop. That's what gives their work meaning. And of course, it's not just about the shifts themselves. These ongoing touchpoints are what turn a one-time volunteer into a long-term partner. Quick weekly updates keep everyone on the same page. Monthly shoutouts make individuals feel seen. Quarterly reports show the amazing collective impact they're all having. And that annual review, that's your chance to celebrate together and hear what's on their minds. Okay, so we've got our what. We know what we want to say. But the how we say it is just as crucial. Picking the right channel makes sure your message actually lands the way you want it to. And look, this is not about using every single app out there. It's about using the right tool for the right job. So let's look at the two big ones, email and text. Think of email as your tool for the detailed, more formal stuff, impacts reports, feedback surveys, things people might want to save and look at later. But text is for right now. It's personal, it's immediate, and the open rates are absolutely bonkers. But with great power comes great responsibility, right? You use this one for quick reminders and check-ins, but use it sparingly so you don't wear out your welcome. And you've got more in your toolkit than just those two. You can use something like Slack or a WhatsApp group to build a real sense of community, especially if you have virtual volunteers. An actual phone call? Save that for the really important moments, like welcoming someone new or solving a tricky problem. And of course, social media is fantastic for shouting out your awesome volunteers to the world, which is a great way to recruit more just like them. I know what you're probably thinking right about now. This sounds amazing, but I am one person. I do not have time for all this. And you are 100% right. A plan that relies on you remembering to do everything manually is a plan that's destined to fail. That's why automation isn't just a nice to have, it's absolutely essential to making this whole thing last. And honestly, this is easier than it sounds. You can schedule your weekly update emails ahead of time using tools you probably already know, like MailChimp, or even just Gmail. There are simple services out there to auto-send your text reminders. The biggest time saver? Create templates for your thank yous and recognition posts. Turn a 10-minute task into a 30-second one. And if you're using a volunteer management system, chances are these tools are already built right in. So how do you know if any of this is actually working? You gotta measure it. Just keep an eye on a few simple numbers. For your emails, are more than 40% of people opening them? That's a good benchmark. For texts, are you getting responses from at least 60%? And for your reminders, are more than 80% of people confirming their shifts? This data is your report card. It tells you what's landing and what's not. Now, as we're getting this going, just try to steer clear of these common traps. Number one, obviously, is letting those long silences creep back in. But the opposite is also a problem, sending out a ton of messages that don't really say anything important. And finally, try to avoid sending the exact same generic message to every single person. A little bit of personalization goes a very long way. Whew. Okay, we have covered a ton of ground here. We figured out the problem, we've designed this really comprehensive solution. Now let's make it real. Let's talk about the one single thing you can do, like this week, to get the ball rolling. So if you remember nothing else, remember these 5 things. 1, consistency always wins against perfection. Always. 2, match your message to your channel. 3, automate whatever you can to make your life easier. 4, talk to different volunteers differently based on their role. And 5, the most important one, always close the loop and show them their impact. And here it is, your first step. Don't try to do everything at once. Forget the giant calendar for a minute, just focus on 2 messages. That's it. A reliable, automated pre-shift reminder and a specific, heartfelt post-shift thank you. If you can get just those 2 things right, every single time, I promise you, you will see a huge difference in how many people stick around. So I'm going to leave you with this question. If you could only send one single message this week to make your volunteer program stronger, what would it be? And who are you going to send it to? Figure that out right now. That's where you start. Thanks so much for joining me.